Hi guys, this is Dalia. Welcome back to my channel. This is a crafting channel. I do all kind of craft, different crafts, but today's video is about cross stitching. I hope everybody's still doing well. And where you at, you have a beautiful hot weather, because here in New England we've been having interesting weather. We had a day it was 80 degrees. After that we have 30 degrees. We had snow showers twice, raining. Interesting, but that's New England for you. So anyway, let's jump start, because I have a lot to do, and if my video goes over an hour, I had to divide it in two because I don't have enough memory space. So let's jump at it. This is the second week of Stitch Mania, and I've been working at it. So let me share with you the stars that I did this week. And I have one of the stars of last week, which became a whip. That's a work in progress. That's what I'm working. I'm trying to accommodate it every day, but last week it didn't happen every day because I had 2 days that I wasn't feeling well. I still did a new star, but I didn't work for a long time in it just to make the star because I wasn't feeling well. So the first one on Tuesday, because I showed Monday last week. On Tuesday, I spent, and it came out Paris with Rose, which is this pattern right here, which I have in my Paris bag that I created myself. And I worked on it on Tuesday, and I worked for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I did 290 stitches. This doesn't look like 290 stitches. This is wrong. That doesn't look like 290 stitches right here. Yeah, that's not correct. I don't know. Is it 29 stitches? Let's see. Let's count. $43 stitches. Okay, now that's more like it. So I work. This is wrong. I couldn't have worked in 2 hours for 33 stitches. I don't know what happened with this day. I guess that was one of the days that I was in up to it, and it's wrong. But I have 43 stitches. I'm sure that I worked maybe an hour, because 2 hours, it would not be, 2 hours and 20 minutes would not be this. No. So it is 43 stitches, maybe an hour, I don't know. And the fabric that I'm using is 14 count confetti, 14 count Ada confetti by Fabric Flare that I got at 1, 2, 3 stitch. So that is my star for that. Something happened that day. I don't know. That's not the correct data. But anyway, let's move on. So that was my first star on Tuesday. The second star was on Wednesday. I already had that scheduled. Yeah, I had it scheduled already. It's because it fit one of the prompts for from the finish cross stitch finish line, which was one of a series. So you needed to stitch on something that is there's more than one. It's a series in it. So I had scheduled for that. I have it in my Amazon bag. The Doreen Jones summer banner, because I have all 4 seasons. So that is that. I worked on that for an hour and 52 minutes, so almost 2 hours. I had to cover this with some pattern paper, so because it won't be my board. So for 1 hour and 52 minutes, I did 259 stitches. So I almost have the word summer. All the spaces in between is because there is flowers in between the letters. So I'm trying to do the whole word first, and then come and do the flowers. And my needle minder is on a pineapple, because pineapple, these black magnets, they suck real big. I had to change it for, and I have the good ones. I just have a whole bunch of these black ones and I want to use them, but they don't hold. So pineapple for me represents summer, so I put it with my summer banner. So that's all I have in that piece. I think that was a good start. And I'm using code for DMC for that. So that was my second star. My third star was on Thursday. I spent, because I didn't have nothing scheduled for that day, another Amazon bag. And the pattern that came out was Just Be You by Jardine Privet. I think that's how you say it. These are my working copies. I put my patterns away. So that is the, and I'm using, I think I'm using code for, yeah, I'm using code for colors. And on this one, when I finish those sheeps, the sheeps is not going to be there. It's just going to be the either the grass or whatever, the color of the dress. But the sheeps are not going to be there, and the bird is not going to be there. So that's when I finished. So I worked on this an hour and 25 minutes. And I have 200 stitches. And this is my star. Right here. So I'm working on the dress. That's how I started. My needle minder is a acrylic piece that I got from AliExpress, and I thought it was, she has a big dress and so is the lady, so I thought that was cool. The fabric that I'm using is a 14 count Ada Touch of Pink by Wilchit. Got it at 1, 2, 3 stitch. So that's my start. I thought that was a good start also. So that was my third start for this week, for last week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. And then on Friday, I spin again. Another Amazon bag, and I had it came out Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick. Again, working copies. My patterns are put away. So that is that, but I am changing every color in here. I want a little more happy. So I'm using the fabric that I'm using is another Touch of Pink 14 count by Wilchit that I got, and the colors that I'm using for this are mostly Victoria Moto, except 2 color and cotton. So these are the colors that I'm using: Glory, Growing, oops, there you go, Glory, Dark Lavender, Obey Brown, April Garden, and then from Color and Color I'm using Fall Spice, and Flamingo is going to be her dress. So those are the colors that I'm using with my fabric, and let me share with you guys that. So I work on this for 1 hour and 37 minutes. And I did 170 stitches. And all I did was the border. I started the border. I have, I think, 3 more squares of the border. And then I gotta go and do the inside of the flowers. And then I keep moving down. This one, yeah, so that's what I have on this one. And the needle minder is a pen that I got. Michael is from a company that do planet stickers, and she has some pins, so I make them needle minders because that's what I do. So that is my good intention. Let me put all this stuff away. And then on Saturday, I was supposed to spin, but I decided to start something that, it was not planned for Stitch Mania. But I found it and I said, ooh, I gotta stitch that. So I kit it up and stitched and started it on Saturday. This is a pattern that was free. It's a free pattern by the needle. Let me see. I have the picture here. But there's been a controversy with this pattern because apparently somebody used the same pattern that was free and added a few motifs around it to make it a little different. And now the pattern is being sold. Or it was being sold by a Russian. I don't know. There's some drama about this pattern. But the pattern that I have, and I have the picture right here to prove it. It's a free pattern that it was released in February 24 of 2014. So this is the pattern, cross stitch at work. As you can see here, it says free charge, and it was released on 2014. So the pattern that I'm stitching is the free chart. The other pattern that goes around is just has different a few more motifs around, and change the configuration, and they selling it. But the one I have is a free one that I got from the, what is the name of this? From the needleprint.blogspot.com. So you could go there and you could find that pattern if it interests you to stitch it. So I wanted to do that. So I didn't have, I have fabric, but I was not in the mood to dye fabric, and I wanted a pink fabric. And so what I did is I took the fabric that I had purchased for my letter D from Nora, Letters from Nora cover, because I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it for the month of October, which is my birthday. So I had time to purchase this fabric again. So I borrowed that fabric from that pattern, and this is the 14 count carob. Can never say that. But picture this plus that fabric. So that's what I'm using, and I'm just gonna do it in one floss, and the floss that I'm using is the DMC 602, which seems to be my favorite pink for the DMC. And I'm using one of my floss cards. I just have one whole skein. I have multiples of this skein because I love it so much. So every time I go to Michael, I buy 1 or 2. So I have like 5 of them. So I just put one whole skein here to work with this pattern. And let me share with you guys what I have. So I worked on it on Saturday, and hold on, I gotta move the needle minder. So I worked on it on Saturday for 2 hours, and I did 259 stitches in it. So I think that was a good one. You might be think I'm crazy, but this Pictures Plus fabric is so soft, so soft. But I rather have some stiffness in my Aida. This was a pain to grip because it's so soft. So yes, so that's all I have is 259 stitches. I have finished all this. I did a total of 284 stitches. But after I did all this part right here, if you could see, the thing. It was off. I couldn't. It didn't look the same as this side, so I couldn't figure it out where was the mistake. So I frog it out completely onto here because the mistake was somewhere here, but I couldn't figure it out. I was tired, I guess, because I had spent the day on Saturday. I think I spent. Prior to this, I spent 2 hours in this. But prior to this, I spent 4 hours in my pandemic sampler, which I'm going to show with you guys shortly. So I was tired already by 10:30 or something like that. So I say it's time for me to quit for tonight. So, so that's all I have. I like the way that looks in there. So that's what I have for the, I call it cross stitch at work. I don't know the name of that pattern. I know it's a sampler. So that is that. The sampler doesn't have no name. It's just that I can't stitch with this, so I had to put it in my iPad and to blow it out because I can't. It's too little. So that is my cross stitcher at work. So that was just a random start that I did. It was not scheduled for Stitch Mania, but I wanted to start it, so I started it. And then on Sunday, it was scheduled because it fits the prompt for cross stitch line, which was something the home. Let me see. Home Sweet Home was the prompt for this week for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That is that prompt. So I had 3 patterns. They have a house in those 3 days. So the first one that I stitched was House of Needlework by Little House Needlework. I'm a needleworker. This one, and I am gonna do call for number. I was gonna change the house, but I like that brown, so I'm gonna keep it. So, but the ABCs and that bird is not gonna go, and it's gonna be my name, and then it's gonna be the year that I started cross stitching was 2018. But all this is not gonna go and that, so it won't take long, and then this border will go in this line. So that is that. The fabric that I'm using is the fabric that I purchased from birdlab.com. I didn't dye it or nothing, which now looking at it, I should have had dyed it coffee. But it's already like that. It's going to stay like that because I'm not going to start it again. And it is in an Amazon bag. And this is my star. It's just the roof. Again, not much. I only spent an hour and a half because I was burned out because I spent, I think, 3 hours or something in the pandemic yesterday too. So that's taking a lot of my new start. So I had to revise it this week to see how I'm gonna work it because it's taking a lot. It's taking a lot of my stitching time for my new start because I work so many hours in it and then I'm burnt out and I don't want to do much. So this one, I worked an hour and a half last night and I did 206 stitches, and this is just the roof of the house. I'm working on the roof on the house. That's all it is there. needle minder created by me. I have a lot of wood veneer. I'm a scrapbooker, so I have a lot of embellishments for my scrapbooks, and I've been going through them and pulling what I could use for needle minder, because I'm running out of needle minders. I am in whip number, I already had accumulated 47 whips. So I'm running out of needle minders. So I had to find for stuff. I have a whole bunch of things that I could make needle minders on order from AliExpress, but they haven't arrived yet. So, but I'm running out of needle minders. So I put that one. It says home, hello home. So in like this is home needle worker. I thought that was perfect. So I put it like that. So that is my start on this one. Yeah, I love the stiffiness on the Aida. It makes it so easy for me to stitch. I don't know, maybe I'm one of the crazy ones that love Aida stiff, but I love it. I love it. So that is all for the new starts for this week, right? So then the pandemic sampler, that is a pattern that I create, a name that I give to this. Is a recopilation. That's a word. That's what you say. I don't know if that's the right word that I need to say, but it is that I'm working on. I have a frame, and then I'm working with 10 patterns that are from the hashtag Be Well and Stitch from the pandemic, and I created a whole piece for that. So I'm working on that. So the frame that I'm using, it is the Tiny Modernist. This was a free pattern to download for, this is a stitch along that she did last year. I was going to do the stitch along, then I decided not to do it, but I had the pattern and I already had started the frame in a fabric. So I decided to use it. So this is going to be a big pattern. This is going to be a big pattern, and then 8 little patterns. So I have a finish. I finished the first square, and I'm working on the second and the big one right here. I will not do the middle lines, so my pattern could fit there. So I finished the first one. So I have one finish, and it's 10 patterns. So it's a one whip with 10 sections, but each section is going to be considered a new start and a new finish. So that's the one I finished, the Don't Panic, and I love the way that it came out. But I'm gonna tell you something, stitching in black Aida is not my thing. I really don't like stitching in black, but I already had it there, so I'm gonna stick with it. I already started one, finished one, and starting the second one. But it's hard. Even though I put a light beneath, that makes it a little easier. I have some Velcro in it because I had it in I received my 30-inch scroll roll. But you have to stick it with Velcro, the fabric. I did not glue the Velcro to this fabric because then I cannot reuse it. So what I did is I stapled the Velcro. As you can see, it's all stapled to the fabric, and that's how I rolled it. So this pandemic sampler is the name that I gave it because I am sampling 10 patterns that we're giving for free in this time of the time that we're going right now. So I decided to name it that. But that's not that's something I came up with. So you will not, don't search for pandemic sampler because you're not going to find it. If you want to do this, you have to do it the way I did it. You had to get the Tiny Modernist frame, and then decide which patterns you want to use. I'm putting the thing because it's a lot. This fabric is big. This is a humongous piece. So if you want to do this, you have to go to Tiny Modernist, download that frame, which is from the Words to Live By stitch along last year, but the frame was free. So that's what I'm using. And then you gotta pick your 10 patterns that you want to use, because there are so many Be Well and Stitch patterns that it's hard to pick which ones you want to pick. But I picked the one that will fit in each square. So this is it. This is the new fit. This is the finish. So the first square, put it here. The thing is in there. So that's the new one. Don't panic. Just gotta finish the border, but the border is long and big, so that will take me time. But the first pattern was finished, and I love the way it came out. So then I moved to the next one because I want to make sure that it will fit here. So let me give you the break. The second one that I'm doing is this one. It says, sorry, I'm sorry the earth was closed today. And then a whole bunch of like little stars. So I will do some of those, but not as much as I could get in that pattern. But that's the second one. Again, these are free patterns from the Be Well and Stitch movement that you could get either on Facebook or Instagram. So the breakdown for this. So this is a whip, because it was a new start last week. So now it's becoming my whip for the rest of the month, because I want to see how many I'll be able to finish on for the month of May. If the way I seem, I think I will finish 3. This one took me 3 days to finish, and it was, hold on, I should have pulled that out. So this one, I started it on, so this motif right here, this little pattern, I started it on the 4th, May 4th. I started it, and that day I worked 3 hours and I put 376 stitches. Then I worked again on the 6th for 1 hour and I did 83 stitches. Then I worked again on the 9th for 4 hours and I did 386 stitches, and that's when it was finished. It was finished on the 9th. So from the 4 to the 9, 4, 6, 3 days, because I worked 4, 6, and 9. And it took me 3 days. 3 days and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. 3 days and 8 hours of stitching it took me. So, but I think I had to, no, I didn't have to frog nothing on this one. So that is that for that one. Then yesterday, Sunday, because I didn't pull it out all week. I mean, every day. Because, like I said, it was 2 days that I wasn't feeling well, and I just did my starts, and that's it. So then I moved to this one. And yesterday, I did this line right here just to make sure that I could center this. Because the center, it will be this one. Because for this one, it's like 2 boxes in one, so I'm taking this middle part out, so that becomes the middle. So I did that. I did the border up to there, so I could, you know, find the middle easy and count down to where I needed to count down, and I started. So this one I worked yesterday 3 hours and 25 minutes, and I have 167 stitches done. Why so many little stitches in an hour and 3 hours and 25 minutes? So let me tell you, as you can see it right here, I started it over here. So when I finished sorry, it was not in the middle. So after an hour and a half of work, I had to frog the whole thing out completely and start it again, center it. So that's it. So now I did the I'm sorry. I'm starting to create the word. And then the other words come in. So I'm up here. I'm over here right now. And then once I do this, I do the other words that need to be in there. So I don't know how many days this one will take me to finish, because I'm spending too many hours on this every time I pick it up. That then it's taking time from my I'm not giving the time that I wanted to give it to the stars. I mean, I had done so good because I had worked over 2 hours and my star, except 2 days that I wasn't feeling it. So, and they're supposed to be new stars, not finished completely, but I want to have a good amount of the star. So yeah, so that is it. I love the way it's coming out, and I only have 1.5, but it's going to be so colorful and so pretty. Now this thing is going to be humongous, like I said before. I don't know what I'm going to do with it when I'm done with it, but I think it's going to be so cute that it will find a way to put it. I will put it in my scrap room somewhere on the wall, somewhere. Make it like a wall hanger, because I can't frame this thing. It's too big. Make it like a quilt, you know, a wall hanger with a back, with a quilt in the back, because it's going to be too big to frame this thing. So that is my pandemic, my pandemic sampler. Like the way it's coming out. Oh, what happened to the magnet? See, I lost a magnet already. I'll find it later. So let me leave it out so I could, oh, it's right here. Because I'm working with 3 needles on this one, because I have, like, the border goes everywhere, so I have 3 needles. I have the needle that goes over here for the border. I have this needle over here, which should be in here. And then I have the needle that I'm using for the colors. So, yeah, that is my pandemic. It's going to be nice when it comes out. So, let's see how long it takes me to finish box number 2. And then I have all my white. Again, I have multiple whites, so I just cut one skein to the length that I like to use. I like to use long length. I don't get too much of knots, so, but I like to cut them, and that's what I'm doing. I have all my, my floss in little individual bags, and right now when I take a color, I take the whole skein and cut it on length and then put it back in. So like that, it's already cut, but it's in the little bag. So let's continue. So that is all the stars and whips that I did this week. So it's 32 minutes, so I gotta rush through the haul, which I have a lot of haul. And let me give you a quick plans. If not, I'm gonna have to divide this YouTube, because I don't have in the phone that I use. I have a specifically an iPhone 8 just for videos. I don't use it for nothing else. And that one is fine. That one has memory, not much, but when I transfer it to my iPad to do the little editing that I do, I don't have enough space. So today is the other today's the 11th, and it's the Home Sweet Home prom is still for today and tomorrow for the finish stitch line cross stitch finish line cross group. So today I have scheduled the checker house by Hannah Cross the Seed Samplers Little Gem. So this is the one that I have for today. This has some specialty stitches here that I'm not going to do. It tells you how to do it, but I'm not going to do it. But she also gives you the option to do it in cross stitch. So it's going to be done in cross stitch. And so is the roof. The roof, it is done in... The original sampler was done in running stitch. But she said that in the little, you know, they always give you a little history or whatever. So, but when they stitch it as a model for them, the roof was stitched in cross stitch. and crosses. So I'm not gonna do another specialty stitches. I ain't doing that, and I'm not doing the roof and running stitch. It always gonna be cross stitch, and color scheme is completely different. It's gonna be 3 shades of pink for the house, and the border is gonna be one of the shades of the house in pink. The rest of the colors stay the same, but just only the house and the border is gonna be, the house is gonna be 3 shades of pink, and the border is gonna be pink. And for this one, I'm gonna try my best to work in a 28 count even weave by Swagard that I got at Hobby Lobby long time ago. It's been in my stash since I started. So it was hard to, I tried to grit it. It was hard. I couldn't. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. And that's the needle minder that I have for it. And that is a wood veneer for my scrapbooking supplies, which I created a needle minder because I'm stitching a house. And I thought that it looks, the needle minder looks like the house. That's the house. So I thought that was cute. So I'm gonna start today and see if I could work on it. If not, I'll cut fabric tomorrow and restart it in 14 count. But I want to give it a try one more time. Now I have a bigger, when I started cross stitching, I didn't have all the gears that I have now. So when I started, I used to use readers, not even my own glasses to cross stitch. I used to get those Dollar Tree readers and use those. But now I use a 5-time magnified glasses that I got from AliExpress. So I haven't worked in 28 since I got that. So maybe that will help me a little better. We'll see tonight. So that is that. That is the plan today. I might work only 1 hour. Excuse me, only 1 hour on the pandemic sampler. And gotta grab some water. And the pandemic sampler, so I could give it a good start and the checker home. Okay, that's a big piece. Sorry, some people don't like for you to drink, but when you talk that much, you have to drink. And then tomorrow I have another needle worker home. It's a freebie. And that's for tomorrow, and that would be the 3 days that I use that Home Sweet Home prompt. Then on Wednesday, it's a prompt from the same group, and I only follow 2 groups: Stitch Mania prompts and cross stitch finish line Facebook group. And then the full cover fanatic, I follow those for the full cover, which they will begin rotation on June. But for Wednesday prompt is Fancy Lady, so you gotta stitch in anything that is Fancy Lady, Miravidia or whatever it is. So I'm gonna start my romantic stitches by what is it, Passiano Ricano, I think it's the Italian. So that's for Wednesday. And the pandemic sampler is all week for 1 hour. I'm going to stick to the 1 hour. Not going to go over the 2 hours. I start working on it and I want to see it finish. And I get into it. So I'm enjoying stitching that. So that's what it is. Spending that many hours on that, that means I'm enjoying it. And I'm going to have to do this 2-part. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is spin days. Because I had nothing scheduled for that day except the pandemic sampler. So those are my plans for this week. Let's go with haul. The first haul that I'm going to do is from Dollar Tree. You're going to say, Dollar Tree, cross stitch. What Dollar Tree has to do with cross stitch? I found a lot of good stuff that I could use for cross stitch. The first thing that I found was this kitchen towers. Yes, kitchen towers. But they're not the fluffy. They are like cotton. They are, yeah, they are 100% cotton. So look how cute these things are. And they are big. Look how big they are. So, yep, I bought them so I could make covers for my scroll rolls. Because I have them, and 3 of them, well, 4 of them, I have the pandemic goes in the 30-inch scroll roll. So I keep them there because I'm working on those things. And I have my 2 Emilia, my Lady of the Flag, my Gypsy Queen, and my 4 gun ahead. They're all in scroll rolls that I don't take apart. I only took apart this one just so I could show you because it was hard for me to work in that part. But this is perfect to create covers. I'm gonna put any fabric in the back, and then they're gonna be pouches, long pouches, so I could put my scroll rolls in it. And this one says, "Honey, honey, I'm home." I thought that was cute. They don't look like kitchen towels to me. So that's to make bags, not project bags, scroll roll covers. So that's that. And look at this one. Perfect for the scroll roll, right? Roll with it. I thought that was so cute. I should have got another one of this. I only got 2 of those. So I'm going to make covers for my scroll rolls with this. And they're not going to have zipper. They're just going to have the snap buttons. And so I bought those. See, Dollar Tree, everywhere I go, I looked at things differently. Like, okay, what can I do for crossing? The same thing I do for scrapbooking. Because Dollar Tree, scrapbooking, same thing. Then I found these cute things. It says free hugs. It has some kitty. They are cats, but they're supposed to be cactus also. I don't know. I don't like cactus, cacti, whatever you call that thing. I don't like it. This, I'm going to cover it either with fabric or with scrapbook paper. And then I could put a small piece in the middle. So you see, you got to think outside the box. It doesn't going to look like nothing like this when it is done. So I got that one. And then I got this banner one. Again, think of a master plan. That ain't, none of that's going to be there. That's going to be covered with scrapbook paper or fabric. But I like the banner style. So, and I'm doing a Christmas Santa Claus. Well, it's in my web. They will fit perfect here. So, and I like it. It's hanging. And I will change that jute. I will put either a cute ribbon, or even though this is good, but I don't know. That could be changed. It could be ribbon, or it could be leave it like that. So, and I could bling it here to make it more me. So, it's going to change completely. Then there was a whole bunch of frames. So, I got this one. I think I got 2 of each of the 2 of each. So, I got this one. Of course, I'm not going to use the 2020 and the tassel in it. That's not going to be it. The frame could be painted, could be decoupage, could be different ways to that. But this will be good for something. A little run around. I have a Flip It November. I think it will fit there. From Lizzie K that I did that was one of my finish on 2018. I think it will fit. It will fit here. So I mean, you gotta be creative and cheap. You see, dollar. So I bought 2 of this. Then they have this one, not for graduation, and it has the clip binder right here. So again, all this is gonna be covered because I could remove the clip binder and then cover it, and then small could be clipped in here. I thought this was perfect for the monthly houses that I have the whole series, and I'm gonna start soon. So I thought that was perfect for it to clip it here and easy to change. Then I saw this one, and this is like a canvas, but then it has this frame in the middle. And it says kitchens are made for families to gather, but that's not what I'm going to use it for. It could be, I like the black and white gingham, so I might leave that color. I could bling this area to make it more fancy, and then put something in the middle. So that was another one. I bought 2 of this one. And then the other one that I got was this one. It has the thing to hang, the jute to hang. It's this one. It has the jute in the middle, and then you clip with those clips, which I will alter those clips with some bling. And you could hang 2. So what I did, I bought 3 of this, so I could put it in a wall, three of them, and then I could change. This could be seasonal thingies. I could have 6 little seasonals that I could change seasonal. So I think that was cute. Again, I might leave it black, this one, but I'm gonna bling all this. Is gonna be in rhinestone to make it more fancy, and nobody would know. It cost me $1 to do. So you see, when you go to Dollar Tree, check the I always check in the frame section, because for holidays like this, like they bring in, you know, Dollar Tree, if you don't grab it the moment you see it, you will not find it again. That's how Dollar Tree works. So you gotta see it, you gotta grab it. So I grabbed 3 of this one, I grabbed 2 of this one, 2 of this one, 2 of this one, and then just 1 of each of the hang. And I have more because I have purchased a whole bunch more last year, because I'm thinking of finishes. So that's all the things that I have for future finishes. They'll stay up here. Just gotta pack them. And then when you go into the kitchen section, look for this type of kitchen towels that are 100% cotton, and they make perfect project bag. I might go get another one, 2 more, another one of this one and another one of this one, so I could do regular project bag with it, because they are cute, they are adorable. Now for the summer, they bring a lot of different ones, so be in the lookout for that. I was looking for a patriotic one, because they're starting to put patriotic thing, for the ones they wanted was the towels, and I didn't want those. I want these ones to do. So that's it for Dollar Tree. Now let's go to the cross stitch stuff. So from Amazon, I got my Morgan hoops, and I thought I had purchased an extra 10. I guess I didn't, because I went back to the order when I received only 2, and apparently I took it out. So, but I have a 10-inch already. So I have a 10-inch, a 7-inch, and a 5-inch. And I love this hoop. Best money you could invest. Next ones that I'm gonna buy is the 12 and the 17. For the 17 costs almost $40. So, but it's good for good areas. So that's all. I got that from Amazon. And then I received my little bag of the clips that I use in my, to put my little tag. I use these clips. So I ran out of them. So I bought a pack, I think, of 2,000 or 1,000. I don't know. So I received it, but it's good. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to have 1,000 whips. No. But I could use this also for sewing. When I cut the pattern, so when I cut them, I could put them in, I could put the little tag of what pattern it is. So that's why I bought the big bag. It was a better value. And I was like, no, I will not have 1,000 wisps, but I could use it in my sewing. So that's it from Amazon. Then I did an order from 4-9 Fabrics, which is the guys that I discover, Married with Stitches. They have a website, and they have a fabric of the month, which I put myself in the waiting list, because the fabrics are beautiful and they are very popular. So they have a waiting list right now for it. So I'm in the waiting list for that fabric of the month. But I purchased this, the cross stitch kit, so it will be easy to get my 2-inch butter without, you know, using my ruler to do it. So I bought that, and then you have stitch count, cloth counters, ruler. So I got that from them. Then from Beach Stitch Me, I got the fabric that I ordered for the leap year, long dog leap year sale that I'm gonna follow on my own. So I bought the one that is, excuse me, the crossword one. So I wanted this fabric. Look how beautiful this fabric is. And then it's gonna be stitched with the fancy DMC, the shiny ones, in black and black. And then the crossword whole thing is gonna be in black, and the letters is gonna be in pink. And this beautiful fabric. That fabric is beautiful. This is a 18 count Aida. It's called Loose Wine. That's the information right there by Beach Stitch Me. Beautiful fabric. This is going, and now I gotta wait for my fancy etui, whatever you call that, floss. It's already shipped, so I should get it by either tomorrow or Wednesday. For that, I will not start this until the 29th of May. So that was that. In one of the Facebook groups, that this stash, I think it was on the Mirabilia, this stash. I bought 5 Nora covers used, gentle use, because the pattern, the lady used to, you could see in the pattern that she marked the pattern with pencil, then she erased it, but it's legible, you still could use it. So and I bought them for $5. You cannot miss that. So I bought 5 of them. I bought this one. This one is from the Pixie Couture Collection. This is Iris. These are old. This was 2008, so these are old. So but I'm trying to build my Nora cover Emilia originals, because I do have a few. When like I always say, when I started, I didn't know about Nora cover. I didn't know about Mirabilia. I went to AliExpress, so all these beautiful designs, and purchased a lot of them. So I have a lot of copyright Mirabilias in my stash that I would stash. But now I'm trying to build, you know, now that I know better. That was a year ago. I didn't know nothing about cross stitch, nothing. So so now I'm trying to build my stash. So that is Iris. I love her. Can't wait to stitch her. I will see if I could find a conversion for her. I would like the dress in another color. If I don't find a conversion, I'll do it in yellow. But I'm sure there should be a conversion in the Nora cover conversion group. So I'm gonna look into that. So that was Iris. Then I bought Fern. They all are from the Pc Couture Collection. This was 2007. She's beautiful. Again, I'll try to find a conversion for the dress. If not, I'll stitch them as is. But if I could find a conversion that I like, I will convert them. Then I bought J Blue. This was a 2009. I don't know if this thing's still available. This was another 2009. This is Orchid. Beautiful. I love those colors. I would like to change the wings though. So, because I feel the green and yellow with the purple and pink doesn't go. So I will change the wing, I don't know, to another color. So that is that. And then the last one that I bought was Gardenia, which was a 2010. For $5, guys, you couldn't beat that. So building my stash for Mirabilia Nora cover, now that I know better, right? Can't blame me for not knowing. But I already spent the money on them, so I gotta stitch them. Then, speaking of Mirabilia, I got Princess Iliana. This is the one that was released last month. So, got it. I don't have nothing for it yet. She is stitched with all the new colors from 1 to 35 of new colors plus other DMCs. So I don't know when I'm gonna stitch her yet, but I gotta start ordering the floss, the new floss, because I don't have those. I have multiple of the other ones, but the new ones I haven't built a stash of that one yet, but I will. I'm gonna order them. I'm gonna start ordering them for the new. So that was my Emilia Nora cover collection, building my stash. So then I received my order from 123 Stitch, and I had 3 skeins of Wix Dye Work Sweetheart Rose. I purchased this for something. I don't remember right now for what, because I bought 3 skeins of it. I know it's for a pattern that is just one color, but I can't think of which one is it now. So when it comes to my mind, I will find out which one this one belongs to. So I bought that one. Let me see if you could. It's very pretty. There you go. And then I bought 3 Wix Dye work for Love. And I think 3 is not enough. So I'm going to have to order 3 more. And this one is for the Friend and Family linen and thread Quaker sampler that I'm stitch along that I'm doing. It's already May. I haven't even started, but I don't follow the stitch alongs as it goes. I do it on my own pace, so it doesn't bother me that we are made and I have not started. This one has a day set. I don't know when it's supposed to start. So, but that's that, and I see that I don't think that's going to be enough. So I need to order at least 2 more just to be on the safe side. Because this was a holiday collection, so I don't want it to be discontinued, and then I can't find it, and then I had the thing halfway done. So that is that, and like the main thing that I needed to get was this, because I needed it, but floss cannot travel alone, right? So I bought a whole bunch of patterns with it. The first one that I bought is this one by Lucy Beam, Loving Stitches. I Will Cut You. I thought that was cute. I wanted for my sewing area above my sewing machine. I Will Cut You. So that's that. I'm already, excuse me guys, I got hiccup. I'm already prepping for July, Christmas in July. So I'm ordering patterns for that so I could start, you know, prepping the fabric for that. This one is one that I've been wanting this one since 2018, but I never purchased, but now I decided, and it's this one. Search the Sky. Excuse me. Search the Sky by Waxing Moon Design. It says, may you never be too grown up to search the sky on Christmas Eve. I love that. It's a sampler, kind of. So that's gonna be a new start in July, and Christmas in July. So I gotta dye the fabric because I would like a color like that. So I gotta dye the fabric for that and order some of that specialty, well, not specialty, the Etoile DNC, because I would like this to be glitter pink, I mean red, but glitter red, and the moon to be shiny. So I'm gonna order that red and yellow for that. Then I bought one from Silver Creek Samplers, and it's called Dare to Fly. Taking out of the, so you won't get no glare. Dare to Fly. It says, life is quickly racing by. Adventures fill the open sky. Do not wait to take a try. Just be a bird and dare to fly. I think it goes with my quote that I live by. Find your wings and fly. So I thought it goes with that. So I like that. I don't know when I'm gonna start this one yet. I mean, it will be start soon because I like to start things. I want to start it all. I don't want to have no of my patterns untouched. None. So let me start this video here because it's an hour already, and then maybe I try to put it together. If I can, then I had to boot too. Hold on. Okay guys, so I'm back. The other one that I bought was this is thick. It's a plum stick. These little bags, they're so small for this for these patterns because it's a pain to take them out. I haven't even opened them. I just got them. Oh my god, this is a whole book of this pattern. So it's Liberty Welcome. It's a humongous pattern then because it's a book. Look, I'm sure you know because a lot of people have them. This is what? Ooh, 349 by 211. This is huge. Why do I always buy big patterns? I'm never gonna be done. So yeah, Liberty Welcome. I was started on July because even though it's Christmas in July, but we have a Independence Day sale. So that day I will start this one. Then another one that is I wanted it and it's for Christmas. Is by Her String Sampler. Baby It's Cold Outside. I know there's a sale about this right now in memory of somebody that passed. I don't know the person that passed. I don't know about, you know. So, but I like the pattern. So, it's gonna be a Christmas in July star. Look out at the storm, listen to the fireplace roar, baby it's cold outside. And the house has to be red because it has to be red. I gotta dye the fabric, something like that, maybe coffee tea, and try to be brave and just cook it so I could get that molding in it. Just stand by the oven, right? Just then I got this one. This one is by Imaginating. It's very it's 2002, but I find it whimsical, so I bought it, and it's about cross stitching. So it says, I collect floss and fabric, buttons and ribbon. A stitcher's passion is her pattern collection. So I thought she was cute, whimsical, so I bought her. And she's not too big, 99 by 142. And it's mostly, yeah, it's all cross stitches. I'm scared sometimes. I didn't look at this one. I hope this doesn't have specialty stitches because Liberty Welcome. Because I am terrified of specialty stitches. I gotta look through it. If it has a lot of stitches, if it has specialty stitches, I might resell it. And then the last one from 123 Stitch is by In Circle. Is the dog decoration. Dog's decoration. Whatever you said that thing. This is a big one. This is a 243 by 315. So yeah, this is a big one, but it's cute. So I don't know when I'm gonna stitch this one. I mean, my stash is growing so fast that I don't know when I will have time for all this stuff. I gotta slow down. So that is my 1, 2, 3 order. That it took 3 weeks. But I understand. They are short-handed and they're doing the best they can. At least they didn't close out, right? Because then we would have been, if they would have closed out. So I don't mind waiting for it because there's no immediate start on those. So the one that's coming has my Mary Mary needleworker specialty floss, not specialty, that shiny floss, and it came out and I had to respin because I had to start through her dress. Then I'm gonna share with you just one free pattern, and then all this is PDF patterns that I purchased this week. Yes, all this PDF patterns. So then we share with them. But this one is going around. It's not about the Be Well stitch. It's this pattern right here. It's done by Park Hopper Bart. This is a sampler that is featured inside of the house. It's a Disney pattern. It is inside of the Frozen house when you go to Disney and you go to see Elsa and Anna's house. That thing is stitched there. Real cross stitch in there. So this person, he threw pictures, the story that I read about it. He threw different all kind of pictures of this thing, and then he recreated the pattern. He recreated the original pattern by just doing it with pictures. He's talented because I am trying to learn how to use the PC stitch, and all I could do is just bring an image right now because I can. But he recreated the damn thing by pictures. He threw pictures. I get different angles and close-ups and stuff like that, and he was able to recreate the pattern. So he is giving this pattern free to whoever wants to stitch this. If you're a Disney fanatic and if you like Frozen, which I love Frozen, and I'm a Disney fanatic, I have Mickey tattoo on me. So I wanted it, and I'm gonna stitch it. And once I go back to Orlando, I am gonna go to Disney, and I'm gonna go to Elsa house, and I'm gonna look at it. So yes, and I'm gonna stitch it. So if you want it, you go to him. It's an Instagram. You go to Park Hopper's Bart. That's the name of the pattern, Royal Somehorse. And you could find the picture, and then in the picture he tell you where exactly is, because he showed the picture, and then I guess everybody was asking for the pattern. Then he put a few posts above that one. He posted the link, so his Google Drive link, where you could find this pattern. So I printed it, and I am planning to start it. I don't know when, but I got it. So that's the only freebie that I found this week that I wanted it. So now let's go to. Well, I did some with some Google image that I got, but I will leave those for last. So I purchased the Let Us Know by Anna Barbara. This is just a copy of the image because I'm waiting for the password so I could download the image. But I want to do the video, so I said let me print just a picture, and then hopefully when I go back down, they already sent me the password and I could download it. So that's that. Christmas in July. Then I purchased the Barbara Anna 2020 Halloween Mystery Stitch Along. It already started in May 1st, but I'm not going to start it until June. On June 13th, that's when I have the day for Halloween dark stitching. So dark stitching for me is going to be Halloween cutesy, because I'm not a Halloween person, but I have seemed to accumulate a lot of Halloween patterns. But other patterns that I have accumulated are cutesy. I don't like the scary stuff. I don't do scary. I don't watch scary movies at all. I don't do scary. So that's what I think. I'm not a Halloween person, because I don't like scary. My kids never wore a scary costume until he was old enough to buy his own stuff. Then my son only wore cutesy customs when he was little. Once he was teenager, he buy, you know, he do his own thing. But and my daughter never wore scary. She's always been a princess or Minnie or something like that, or candy corn witch or cutesy witch, but never a scary. So I could do this. So my dark October stitching is gonna be cutesy Halloween. Nothing is gonna be dark and scary, because that's not me. So I bought that. So that's that. Then Heaven on a Design keeps doing sales, and yesterday, Mother's Day, they had a Mother's Day sale going on to tomorrow. So I had to buy one that I've been eyeing, and that I want to start in July, Christmas in July. So it's this one. This has a lot of white. Well, it takes 20, well, in a 25 count, it takes 22 skein of white. In a 14 count, it would take double that. So, and it has a lot of grays and that. I was thinking of dyeing I don't want to do in white because there's too many white, too many light colors. It's going to be hard to see what you're doing. So I was thinking on either leave the fabric in beige, that beige that I have, or dye it like a dark gray, and then all that white is going to show. But then again, it has a lot of gray. So, I mean, this is a full coverage. It doesn't matter what fabric you use. But I just want to make, because there's so many like white, I just want to make it easier in my eyes when I stitch it. So I either leave the fabric beige, or I dye it like a light green, gray, like a light to medium gray. I could dye it, and then it would be easier for me to see the stitch. I had the fabric. All I had to do is cut it to size and dye. And I already ordered for all my head. I did an order of the CXC thread. That's what I use. That's the equivalent to the DMC, but the China version. And I love it. It's good. And a lot of people stitch with it, including Jani from Mexico. She loves her CXC. So I did. So I kitted all mine. Well, I'm waiting. It's in transit with. So I kitted all my heads already. The ones that I started and the ones that I about to start. So when I start them with my main stash until I get. But I kitted each of them for $13. $13 free shipping. I was able to get 100 skein of floss for each of the, and these are 89 colors. There are 88 colors. So the remainder 11 or 12 skeins, I either pick white or black, because you always need white or black. So that makes it 100. So for $12, which if I would have bought the original DMC, it would be over $60 to buy just the floss. So that's that. So now I'm waiting for all my flosses plus the other two sets. So I'm receiving maybe like 2,000 flosses. So then from, where is this? The Caterpillar Stitch. This was a stitch along from 2017. I'm old to the game, right? But it's okay. I don't care. I don't do stitch alongs like that. So I bought this one because I saw Sammy J Stitcher almost finish it, and I loved it. So it's the Dash Away with all the reindeer's name. So I thought that was cute. So this is gonna be a Christmas in July. And I got the fabric. I just gonna see what color I want to dye the fabric, and you know, I have the flosses. So this is kit up. I could consider this kit up because I had the fabric and I had the flosses just gotta put it together. Gotta see what colors I could use for that. So then I was watching this new YouTuber. Oh my God, I don't know her name. McGrath, something McGrath. Erin McGrath, something. I can remember her name. Let me see. I could find it right here because I watched it recently. So I was watching her. She does her Flosstube, but then she does Stash Dive. I love Stash Dive, guys, because I get ideas and I see things that I haven't seen, because I'm still learning. I mean, I'm still learning. I only stitch for August, September, October, November, December, for 4 months in 2018. So I'm practically still new for this. So I'm still learning about designers and all that stuff. But she had this Shirley no. No, from this seller, I watched so many videos. Michelle McGraw, by Michelle McGraw. So she showed a whole bunch of patterns from this designer Country Magic Stitch in Etsy. So I went in there and bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 patterns. And I keep my PDF patterns in these project protectors from Dollar Tree. I bought a whole case. Yes, a whole case. For $24. But then it gives me, because each bag, it brings 24 bags. And each bag brings 3. So I bought a whole pack. So I'm keeping my PDFs in this so they don't get messed up. And I bought my letter D, even though I have letters by Nora D, but it's different. And then I bought letter A. So that is my name initial and my last name initial. Then I could put it like that in my scrap room. And I could keep the other one in my room. So I bought that. Look how beautiful they are. Again, I don't know what color scheme they're going to be, but... So then I bought the sewing machine, which is this one. Thought it was adorable, again, for my sewing area. I love the colors. Pink and brown, love it. So that stayed the same. Then I bought this one. This is Tara. This is a movie poster from Gone with the Wind. Yes, it's a very old movie. I read the book. I watched the movie. I loved it. That's Scarlett right there, looking at the house. I thought this was beautiful. This is a full coverage piece. So, that is that. And it is 128 by 176 stitches. So, it's kind of medium size. But I loved it, so I bought it. And then she has these states. This is New York and home. So I purchased 4 different states that and then I request for a custom. So I bought New York. So I bought the ones places that I move a lot. I always say that I'm a gypsy in a way that they travel a lot. Because I know there's a controversy also with the gypsy. You can be called gypsy or whatever. I always say I'm a gypsy at heart because I like to move a lot. I moved a lot. I don't stay in one place too long. And I love the way they dress. Back in the days, I used to dress like them with long skirts, a lot of jewelry, my hair crazy. Back when I was younger. Now I'm 51. I still dress with my big skirts and stuff like that, but I used to dress like them because I love to wear a lot of jewelry. So I always say that in my other life I was a gypsy, but in the good way. Don't want to offend nobody. So I bought the 3 states that I had called home, and then I requested one for Puerto Rico, a custom a custom order. So I bought New York because I was born in New York, raised in Puerto Rico, but at age 16, I went back to New York until I was 34 that I left New York. So New York is my place from, you know, I was born in New York, but raised in Puerto Rico, and my heart belonged to Puerto Rico. So, but New York, Massachusetts, this is where I'm at right now. I have lived in Massachusetts since 2005, and I took a break 3 years, 2013. I left to Florida and lived 3 years in Florida and came back here for some issue that I needed to come back here, and I've been 3 years here and ready to leave again. So, but I had called, you know, since 2005. So I had called Massachusetts home. And then Florida, because I lived 3 years in Florida, and this is where I plan to move back and stay there until I die, or until I could return to Puerto Rico, because my dream is to go back to Puerto Rico. And then the other one that it was this one. I emailed her because she didn't have this. She only got the states, the 52 states or 51 states. And so I emailed her and I asked her if she could do a custom for me with the Puerto Rico map. And she said yes, and she emailed me once it was done. It is in her, I don't know if she's going to keep it up, but it is in her store now. So the Puerto Rico home, because I was raised in Puerto Rico, my heart belongs to Puerto Rico, and I'm planned to, once I retire completely, return to Puerto Rico and die in Puerto Rico. So that is the patterns that I purchased. A lot, right? Oh my God, Dalia, stop shopping. So then I was playing with my PC Stitch because I want to learn how to chart. But right now, all I could do is bring an image and create that image a pattern, because I don't know. I haven't had time to really sit down. Let's put it that way. I do have time, but I haven't done it. So I started playing with it, and I did 2 patterns for Christmas of my favorite sayings. So I Googled some sayings, and I created a pattern out of that. The first one is this one. Have yourself a little or merry little Christmas. That is my favorite quote in Christmas. Besides, it's the season to be jolly, la 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 la, fa la 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 la. Those are my 2. Love those quotes in Christmas. So that is one that I'm going to do in July. And then, of course, my second favorite quote. And then I found it with this design in the back, and I'm planning to do it just the same. Like that. So I did those 2 freebies, created myself. Now, if you are a Twilight fan, I'm sure you already know there's a new book coming. Yay! On August. The book was supposed to be released on 2008, which was the Midnight Sun, which got leaked in the internet, and she got mad and she pulled the book away, and she said, I ain't gonna release, never gonna release that book. She said that, never gonna release that book. But 12 years passed, and I get her Twilight money is going down. So she decided to release, because she never released it, the Midnight Sun book. I'm a die-hard Twilight fan. So I already pre-ordered my book, ready to be shipped to me in August. But I was like, we need to do something cross-stitch so we could commemorate Twilight coming back. Well, I don't know if it's coming back, but the book, at least we're going to get something back from Twilight. And it's going to be the book, and it's the same book as Twilight, but it's in Edward's perspective. Twilight is Bella talking. This one is Edward. And when this book was leaked in 2008, it was I think the first 3 chapters that was leaked. I have it. It's somewhere in my hard drive, in my external hard drive somewhere, because I have it, because I was going to print it out so I could put it with my Twilight books collection, you know, like the book that never got released. But now the book is gonna get released, so I'm still gonna look at both to see if she changed anything. Maybe she did. So I already bought the book. It's pre-order. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for August to come here so I could read it. I love it. I wanted to start reading the Twilight series again, but I can't because it's already packed. I packed all my books, so I cannot reread it before that. It will be perfect. But I can't because I don't know which box it is, and I have like 12 boxes, and I'm not going to open all of them to look for them. So anyway, so I was like, we need a pattern to stitch in August because it's Twilight, to celebrate Twilight coming back. I went to Etsy. They ain't shit in Etsy. There was 2. And I didn't like the way they are, because they are like parody, and the figures, they don't look nothing like them. I mean, didn't like them. So I was like, no, I'm not going to spend $4 on something I really don't like just because it says Twilight. So I said, let me Google quotes, my 2 favorite quotes. I got 2 favorite quotes. And let me Google them and make them a pattern, because it's for my own use. I'm not, you know, so it's not. So I did, and the lion, and so the lion fell in love with the lamb. Love that from Twilight. Love that. So I have it. I have Black Ada, so I could do it. And that's one of them that I did. I don't know which one. I might do both, or I might do one. I don't know. And then my second favorite is from the movie. This was from Twilight movie. This one is from Eclipse. And it's I Promise to Love You Forever and Every Single Day of Forever. Edward Cullen. Love it. So I tried it. And again, I had the black fabric. Even though I won't do it in black, it kills me. I'm going to do a dark gray. Gray, light gray and dark gray fabric. So that. Okay, so I got it 2 patterns. I was like, now I need a project bag to house my Twilight project. So I save everything, guys. So I have this tote bag for back in the days where Twilight. This is a new moon bag, the Twilight New Moon, but it's still related to Twilight, so I'm gonna use it. But I'm gonna cut it and make it a pouch. It's gonna be like this, and then instead of a zipper, it's gonna have the snap buttons. It's gonna have like 4 snap buttons so the things don't come out. So I'm gonna cut it and make it the height that I want, which will be like 10 inches, and I will have my Twilight project bag. Okay, so now I need a needle minder, right, to go with Twilight and all that. When I started scrapbooking back in the days, we used to do swap with Chunky Charms. That was the name of the swap. So we used to make charms that were very chunky and that. So one year we did the Twilight Chunky Charm dingling. So I have it right here. So I got the whole gang. And this is done with stamps. Then the person colored the stamps. And that's Jacob. The person colored the stamp, and they glue it. They use that shrinking, dinking, whatever it's called. And she cooked them, and now they are acrylic. So I have the whole gang. I have Jacob. Is it Jacob? Yeah, that's Jacob. Emmett, Rosalie, Jasper, Bella, Alice, Then I have a charm that says Twilight. This I use in one of my machines. This is the stylus for my machine, so I just hooked it there. And I've had this for more than 10 years, guys. And then it has, you know, the colors and all that. So, didn't show you Edward, right? No, because I already ripped Edward. That's Edward right there. And I made a needle minder out of it. So, I have my needle minder. I have my project bag that I'm going to create. And I have my 2 cross-stitch patterns that I'm going to do to celebrate Twilight. Ain't that awesome? So, yeah, my guys. And I'm thinking of I use this all the time. But I'm thinking I'm going to create all of them as needle minders. I mean, I have used it like this for 10 years, so. And I still use it because I still use that machine. And that machine has a touch screen. So I use the stylus for it. But I think I could part with them and make them needle minder. Then they will be in my stitch. So yeah, so those are my guys. So that's it. So that's all I have for you guys for haul and DIY things that I do. And my plans for this week. So I come back next week and see what I have done and how productive I have been and what else I have received from all the purchases that I have done, and I still haven't received a lot of stuff. So most things will be coming. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye now.